Hello, my name is Wendy. I'm the Injury Prevention Coordinator here at Kootenai Health, and today I'm going to be leading you through some fall prevention exercises. This is part of our balance and fitness routine. Make sure you have a sturdy chair that you can sit down at any point and some water nearby that's easily within reach. And without further ado, we're going to start with our warm-up. So go ahead and come on out of your chair. Now, at any point today, if you start to feel short of breath, feeling like you need to take a little break, by all means, use the chair. You can do these exercises both standing up or sitting down. You do what's comfortable for you. So our warm-up exercises here will be about 10 minutes. We want to get those feet up off the ground. We're just walking in place, getting our blood flowing, trying to get those muscles warmed up, and all that blood flowing through to all of our joints and ligaments. Our goal here is to prevent injury, but to give you some good balance, mobility, and fall prevention exercises. Moving those arms again, just getting that heart rate pumped up, blood moving and circulating through our whole body. We're gonna go ahead, I want you now to look over your right shoulder. We're giving that neck just a nice gentle stretch all the way through as we're marching in place. And don't forget to breathe, always important to breathe. Now you'll notice today I'm wearing a mask just because we do have other people in the room with us. But if you are at home and you're not at risk, by all means, you don't need to wear your mask then. And we're just giving that stretch. Now I'm gonna look over my left shoulder. Again, marching in place, getting that blood pumping through. And I'm just using my own resistance. We don't ever wanna pull on our neck with our hands. We're just gonna let resistance do its thing. You're doing great. Come on back over to that right shoulder. And still marching in place, getting our heart pumping up. And back over the left shoulder. Very good. Again, anytime if you need to sit down or take a sip of water, please do. Next, we're gonna do some shoulder circles. So again, just gentle marching in place. We're rolling those shoulders forward. Nice and easy, warming up that rotator cuff. And again, just kind of marching in place. I'm keeping a nice fixed spot straight ahead on the wall to help with my balance. Let's rotate opposite direction now. Shoulders are going back. And keep rotating again, using that full range of motion. Really warming those shoulders up. Next up, we're gonna put our arms on our shoulders. Just kind of moving. Again, still marching in place, getting that heart pumping, blood moving. All part of our warm-up here. We'll be doing some stretches and some other great exercises, and we want to make sure those muscles are ready for that. Opposite direction that you were going. Good job, everybody. Keep on rolling those shoulders. All right, back to our marching position. We're gonna swing our arms up and back. Make sure there's not anything behind you that you're gonna kick. So we're gonna reach and look behind, arm up, hand behind. Again, just warming up here. And giving that neck, stretching all the way through as we go back. Marching in place, you guys are doing awesome. Again, we're just doing our little 1, 2 and stretching back. 1, 2, stretching back, looking over those fingers as I come back. Let's do 2 more. All right, come on back to center, marching in place. We're gonna go ahead and kind of get our feet tapping out in front of us here. So we're doing our toe taps. Got those arms extended. And I've got my opposite arm coming out with my opposite foot, keeping my back nice and straight. Think about pulling that belly button in towards the spine as we do this. We want to keep nice straight alignment. And now we're going to change it up. We're going to pretend like we're pulling a rope down from the ceiling. So we're doing those toe taps. Very good. Again, still doing our warm up here, but we're making it a little bit more challenging, pulling that rope down. We're going to do this about 15 more seconds. Everybody's doing good. And 3, 2, 1, and come on back. We're going to tap our knees. We're going to bring our knees up just a little higher and do our knee taps. Again, we're still just getting our blood flowing, getting nice and warmed up here. Nice and warmed up, you're going to do great for the next segment. Again, if you start to feel short of breath or too tired, sit down at any point. You can do this same exercise sitting in your chair. Also, you can take a sip of water at any time. All right, coming back, we got 2 more exercises. You guys are doing great. Staying warmed up. All right, now I want you to put your hands on your hip. You're gonna kind of stand here. We're gonna warm up those hips a little bit. Standing on one leg, I want you to have a chair nearby just in case. Again, still part of our warm up. You can grab that chair if needed, but we're gonna bring our leg up and we're just gonna do some little rotations. Come on up, switch legs. Doing good. If you feel a little extra frisky, you can go ahead and roll your wrist at the same time. Again, have that chair nearby and make sure that chair is not on wheels. Nothing worse than grabbing it and having your chair wheel away. And left leg, we're gonna do one more time, back over to the right. Very good. Again, if you feel good, you can put your hands on both your hips. All right, very good. And last exercise, we're gonna do some squats. Again, just part of our warm up. Have that chair behind you in case you need to sit down. So our squats here, again, we're still in our warm up phase. So we're marching in place. Have your feet just a little bit about shoulder width apart. Trick here is make sure your toes, or excuse me, your knees do not go over your toes. Keep that back nice and straight. Arms out in front. And we're just gonna continue to do those squats. Nice and easy, listen to your body. Again, from the side, I'm keeping my back nice and straight. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Got my eyes focused straight ahead on a spot on the wall, and I've got that chair right behind me in case I need to sit down. Doing great, about 15 more seconds, and we will have finished our warm-up section. Doing good. Keep that back straight, pull in that core, 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, everybody. Good job, that concludes our warm-up section. We'll come back right here, work on some mobility and balance. Until then, grab your water, take a sip, and I'll see you right back here. Hello and welcome back to our balance and fitness videos. We're gonna work on some band exercises now. So you're gonna need to grab your resistance band. A couple key points I wanna make about when using bands. Now there's different colors. The different colors go to different resistance. So black has the most resistance, and then we go from blue, green, red, and then yellow has the least amount of resistance. You want your band at least so that you can stretch out your arms. And then tie little knots in the end of each one. I've tied some small knots here just to give you something to hold on to. When you're using your bands, we want to avoid wrapping them over our thumbs. This can cause a lot of damage to our thumbs. And we want to avoid over wrapping around our hands or wrists. It can really cut off circulation and do some damage. Try to keep your wrist as straight as possible. And I'll try to point out a few factors along the way to help keep your wrists protected. Keeping them straight, not hyperextending or extending either direction can cause damage. You want to keep them as straight as possible. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. Our first band exercise we're going to do is just a horizontal pull. I've got my band about a foot apart right in front of me, and I'm just pulling it out straight side to side. It's just a horizontal pull, kind of working some of these shoulders, upper arm muscles here. Again, sitting nice and straight, keeping my spine straight, and just letting the resistance bring it back, but not snapping back. Remembering to breathe as well. And again, you do as you bring your hands in closer, that's going to give you more resistance. A little further out is going to be a little bit less resistance. So if you feel like it's too much, then let those hands just come on out. And again, keeping my hands about shoulder level, wrists nice and straight. Very good. We're going to do this about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to take that band and I want you to walk your hands in closer about a foot, and we're going to do some shoulder presses. We're going to pretend like we're squeezing a penny behind our shoulder blades. So as we pull this back, and then our shoulders come together and back again, sitting nice and straight, pulling this back. And nice and easy, making sure that we are breathing here. These are our shoulder presses. Very good. Bringing those back. Good. We're going to go 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Let's roll those shoulders out. Roll those shoulders out a little bit. Next exercise we're going to do is the sitting bow. Now you can do this exercise standing too if you'd like to. 2 different variations of it, and I'll show you both. Sitting bow, I'm going to extend all the way out with my right hand, and I got my band so that my wrist is nice and straight and above, and I'm going to pull right back like I'm shooting a bow. If you feel like you want a little bit more to this exercise, you can stand. I've got a bit of a wide stance here with my right foot leading, and just like I'm shooting a bow. So again, your choice, either standing or sitting. Pulling that back nice and gentle, keeping it close to my face. Again, working these upper shoulder muscles and bringing that back. Doing good. We're going to switch sides here in just a second. Again, sit or stand, whatever you're most comfortable with. Keeping everything about shoulder level. And 3, 2, 1, we're going to switch sides. So now I've got my left hand extended out, grabbing enough band to give myself resistance, and I'm just pulling it right back like I'm shooting an arrow. Very good. Keeping that wrist nice and straight, elbow nice and level with my shoulders. Don't want to lock that elbow, but I do want my arms straight and out in front. And I'm looking just past my thumb. Very good. Feeling that in your upper shoulder. And keep going. 5 more seconds. You're doing great. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, sit on down. We're going to work on some hip abduction exercises. So taking your band, you want to wrap it around your knees. I go underneath, and you can bring it over. That way I can hold on and give myself more resistance here. Now, if your band is really long, you can wrap it multiple times around your leg. But right here, I'm just going to be able to hold it. Now, with this one here, I want your feet together. If you've had any kind of joint replacement surgery, please follow your surgeon's instructions. If I'm telling you something different than you have been told by your surgeon or a physical therapist that you're working with, you need to do what they tell you. So here I'm just going to work on these inner thigh right here. I'm going to use the resistance of the band, and I'm just going to push those legs out. So I'm taking the thigh muscles and driving them out. Try to drive with your thighs and not with your knees. Again, working all the muscles and ligaments and tendons here on the side of my hips and also in my quadriceps. Bringing those together. Again, this is the hip adduction exercises here. Using those bands for resistance. Bringing those back nice and easy. Doing great. And we're going to do some lower leg exercises here in just a second. Try to keep those feet together. Again, we're driving out with our thigh muscles here. Really working those upper legs and all those muscles and tendons that support our hips and hip joints. And we'll finish up here in 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, while we're still sitting here, grab that band. We're going to give our arms a little bit of a break here and work on those legs. I'm going to place that band right underneath the center of my foot. Extend that leg out, and we're just going to do some toe exercises. So that leg, again, straight out. Want to make sure that I'm not leaning back in my chair, but I'm sitting nice and straight as I extend that toe. I'll give you a little side profile here. So I'm sitting straight, spine up, leg extended, and I'm just kind of bringing that toe out, just like so. Now, if it's not enough resistance, you can grab a little bit more and shorten up your band, or a little bit longer. Just don't be leaning back. Think about engaging those muscles, getting that belly button into your spine, and engaging those abdominal muscles. Elbows nice and close to my body, and just extending that toe out. This is really using all those muscles and ligaments in our ankles. And keep going here, about 5 more seconds, and we're going to switch legs. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and switch legs. So again, that band, I'm just putting it nice and easy right underneath my foot, right under the ball of my foot. Leg extended out, sitting nice and straight in my chair, and just rotating that toe forward. Again, really think about pulling those abdominal muscles back towards your spine and engaging all those abdominal muscles. You can also kind of squeeze in your pelvic floor muscles as well. The idea is to engage that core. We don't want to pull from our lower back. Doing good. Got about 10 more seconds. Doing wonderful, and don't forget to breathe. In 3, 2, 1, very good. We're going to work on some leg extensions here. So we've got those ankles nice and warmed up. Same thing with our band. I want you to put your ball of your foot right underneath in the center of your band, and we're going to extend that entire leg all the way out. Key point with this, again, sitting nice and straight. Make sure our spine is in good alignment, keeping that hip, that knee, and that ankle all together in a straight line as it comes out. And here we go all the way out and in. Very good. Extending that whole leg, really using those quads. We're using some of our glutes in there too. And extending that all the way forward. If you're not getting enough resistance, again, kind of walk your hands down your band a little more to get more resistance. If it's too much, let your hands kind of slide back for a little less resistance. Keep going here. About 15 more seconds, and we're going to switch legs. Doing great. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale as your foot comes up. Exhale as that leg goes back out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch feet over to my left foot now. Again, sitting, nice, good posture. And there we go. Keeping that hip, knee, and ankle all in alignment. My elbows are nice and close to my body. Back straight. Breathing in, exhaling as we push out. Doing good. And feeling all those muscles engaging. Deep breath to get oxygen around to all those muscles that need it right now. Doing good, about 15 more seconds. Keeping it nice and straight, not letting the resistance snap me back, but gently bringing it back to my body. Doing good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Bring that band down. Shake out those legs a little. Again, anytime you need a sip of water, please do grab a sip. All right, we're gonna do some sitting bicep curls now. Give our legs a break and go back up to our upper bodies. So bringing that foot, we're gonna have one foot down underneath just like so, and we're gonna bring that band right up with both hands. We'll switch legs, we're gonna do it on both sides here. All right, so whenever you're ready, again, nice and straight. And come on up, keeping that back in alignment. Nice and smooth. Now, the resistance is a little more on these bicep curls, so as we go down, let it down in about 2 to 3 second segments. We don't want our hands just snapping down. Doing good. Keeping my body straight, engaging that core. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale as you come up, exhale. Very good. Back is nice and straight, pulling that belly button in towards our spine, engaging those abdominal muscles. In 10 more seconds, we're gonna switch. Doing good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Switch legs. We can shake out those arms real quick. We're gonna do one more bicep curl segment. All right. Band under your leg again, right under the ball of your foot. Sitting up nice and straight. And here we go. Good. And again, remembering to breathe, sitting straight, pulling that belly button back towards the spine. And we're going to stand up after this and go back to our legs here for just a little bit. Doing good. About 10 more seconds. We're in our last rep of bicep curls, feeling those things really warm up. Again, remembering to breathe. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, everybody. Shake those arms out. Grab your chair. We're going to stand up. Again, anytime you need to take a break, grab a sip of water, please do. So on this one here, we're gonna work on our side muscles. I want you to take this on our legs, take the band here, you're gonna drop it on the ground and actually put it over your toe, just like so, and you're gonna stand on it. Have your chair ready to go. We're gonna do both sides, and we're just gonna kind of gently kick that foot out to the side, working those outer leg muscles and then also our ankles here. Again, make sure you have a chair to grab. We don't want anybody falling. And then also, if you want a little variation, you can put your hands on your hips. Trick here is to try to stay as straight as you can. And then on that resistance, bring your foot back nice and easy. If it's too easy, you can bring that foot a little bit closer. Have that chair ready to grab if you do. Keeping that leg nice and straight out to the side. Just like so. Doing good. Trying to really engage the muscle. We don't want this to come from the knee. You want it to come from the leg. Very good. And it's really subtle, but boy, you can feel this one. Nice and easy to the side. We're going to do this about 10 more seconds, and then we'll switch legs. Doing great. Don't forget to breathe. Hands on hip or your chair, whichever is more comfortable for you. In 3, 2, 1, very good. Carefully take that band, and we're gonna switch feet. I'm gonna move my chair so I can grab it a little bit easier if I need to. So again, band on the ground, comes down over the top of my foot. Oops, excuse me, I did it the wrong way. Band comes down over the top of your foot, and then over. Again, stand on it closer for more resistance, a little further away for less resistance. Pick a point straight ahead. And here we go. And nice and easy to the side. You're gonna feel that all the way through, from your hip flexor all the way through your side, down through the bottom of your leg to your ankle. If you feel comfortable, both hands on your hips. Doing good. We're going to do this about 15 more seconds. Again, doesn't look like much, but this one is a whopper. It really gets all those muscles going. Picking that point straight ahead on the wall. Don't want to look at your feet. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Sit on down. We're going to work on some chest presses here. Again, take a sip of water. Anytime you need a sip, please do. So earlier we did those bicep curls. Now we're going to push straight out in front of us. So with the band, I want you to get it kind of right behind your shoulder blades. And again, paying attention to your wrist on this one. I've got it just about behind the middle of my shoulder blades here. And we're going to do opposite punches, almost like Rocky Balboa style. So sitting on the edge of your chair, back is nice and straight, and we're just going to bring those arms straight out in front. We're going to do opposite arms first, and then we'll do both arms. So nice and straight, my wrist, notice how my wrist is staying nice and straight all the way across. I'm not flexing it too high or too low. I'm keeping it nice and even. I want to protect that wrist. I'm holding on to the knot on the inside of my band. This is called the handshake grip. And again, just kind of going across nice and easy here. Using my good posture, pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Doing good. You guys are doing great. Don't forget to take some breaths and breathe. Get that oxygen going through to all those muscles. We're working hard today. 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go both arms out in front at the same time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now both hands are going to go right in front. And I always take a little bit of a 5-second pause in between each one just so I can get readjusted and to give my body a chance to catch up. So keeping those elbows fairly close to the side here. We're going straight out. Very good. Again, every time we go out, try to pull those abdominal muscles in. Really using those core muscles, trying not to use my back muscles for these. Doing great. Both in front. Ten more seconds, and this is going to wrap up our band segment here today. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Roll those shoulders out a little bit. Nice work, everybody, and shake out those arms. Next, we're going to work on some weighted balls. So grab those weighted balls. If you don't have any, soup cans or water bottles work just fine, and I'll meet you right back here. All right, everybody, welcome back to our Balance and Fitness. For this next section, we're going to work on some weighted balls. Now, if you don't have any kind of exercise or weighted balls around, soup cans work great. You can also do water bottles as well. Just whatever is comfortable for you. If you have any wrist problems, make sure you're not putting too much weight in. These are about 1.5 pound balls. I think they go all the way up to 3 pounds. All right, so we're going to start this first segment standing. We're going to have one ball in here, and we're just going to stretch overhead, kind of stretching over to the side, feeling that reach all the way up. This one feels really good because we're stretching all the way through the body here. If you feel good with getting those toe taps out to the side, you're more than welcome to. If not, you can just keep it simple, side to side, but we're just going to keep reaching and stretching all the way through. I've got my nice sturdy chair right behind me if I need to sit down at any point. And again, water breaks whenever you like. Please do take a sip of water. So I'm reaching and doing some nice stretching here. Gonna go about 10 more seconds here. Big stretches on both sides as I come down to the center and back over. Doing good. Keep on stretching. In 3, 2, and 1. Back down to center. All right, for that next one here, we are going to follow the mirror. So this one kind of works a little bit with our balance, in addition to having a little bit of weight in our hand. The idea is you're going to hold the ball right in front of you like it's a mirror, follow it all the way around. And as I come back to center, I'm going to switch hands and come back. Now this exercise, sometimes if you are ever prone to motion sickness, sometimes this can kind of escalate that. So keep in mind, if you need to sit down in your chair, by all means. And we're just bringing that back. Again, following that ball. Background's kind of swerving by as it comes. Good. Switching those hands. Excellent. Again, this is working a lot of our shoulder exercises, but it's also working a little bit with our equilibrium and our balance. If this is too easy, you can bring both feet together. Before I had a stance, now I've got both feet together. Again, have that chair ready to grab if you need to. Nice, gentle. I'm not twisting too much at the core as much as I'm just following that ball back around. All right, come back to center. Very good. So for this next one, we're going to work a little bit on our dexterity. We're just going to kind of gently toss that ball back and back from hand to hand. Now again, sometimes it's the simplest exercises, but really getting our dexterity, some of our grip and grasp, and just our reflexes in tune here. We're just tossing that from hand to hand. I've got my stance about shoulder width apart. Again, you can bring it in a little narrower if you're feeling good. Have that chair nearby. Now for our next one, if you want to mix it up a little bit, we're going to go a little higher and create an arch. This one I do want you to have a little wider stance. Have a chair ready, and we're throwing that one up, getting a nice high arch and catching that ball. Any of you jugglers out there, this is kind of your basic stepping stones. If you drop the ball, let it go, gently pick it up. You don't want to stumble and fall trying to catch it. Let it go, and then we'll slow down to pick it up. Nice and easy. Arch overhead, very good. Doing great. Again, if you need to sit, please do. You can do this exercise sitting down. Doing wonderful. All right, we're gonna bring it back to center here. So I've got my still standing. Now if you wanna sit for this one, you can. We're gonna go under our leg, bring that leg down and back under. Again, you can do this exercise sitting. Just scoot up to the edge of your chair. Going under the leg, bringing it up. Trying to keep that back as straight as I can, engaging those abdominal muscles. Under that leg, good. You can speed it up if it feels a little too easy to you. And then switch directions. Make it a little bit more challenging. Switching directions now. Very good. Bringing those legs up. Don't forget to breathe. Keeping that back straight, pulling in those abdominal muscles towards our core. Keeping my eye focused straight ahead. Very good. Going to do this about 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so standing or sitting, whatever's more comfortable, we're just going to take this ball and roll it around our abdomen, all the way around. Reaching for it, bringing it around. Again, you can do this one sitting. This is a great exercise to do it as well with one of those big inflatable beach balls if you want. We're just rolling it around our abdomen. And then one more pass all the way around. We're going to switch directions now. So back around. And we're just kind of reaching. Again, all the way around. Really just working on our dexterity and engaging all those muscles. Very good. Doing great. Do just one more pass after this. Here we go. And excellent, very good. All right, for the next few segments here, you're gonna need 2 balls or 2 soup cans, 2 water bottles, whatever works easiest for you. Again, all these exercises can be done standing or sitting. You choose what's most comfortable for you. And again, take a water break at any point. We're just gonna do some small circles here. right below. And kind of pay note of which direction you're going, because in a few seconds we're going to switch direction. So doing good. My feet are just about shoulder width apart. Don't forget to do some breathing, get that oxygen circulating. Let's switch directions, opposite direction. Doing great. And then we're going to bring these up just a little bit higher. Here we go. We're going to bring them all the way up, make big circles. Just kind of working those rotator cuffs. Again, pay attention to those shoulders. If this is too painful, you start to feel those sharp aches and pains, do stop. All right, we're going to do opposite directions here. So I got my right arm going clockwise, left arm. Kind of the opposite there. We're going to switch. Good, doing big circles. Excellent, really working those shoulders. Don't forget to breathe, and then let's just bring them back nice and easy, right back to the side here. Very good. Do that about 5 more seconds. Bring those arms down. Now we're just going to do some shoulder shrugs. Got my shoulders going back, keeping my back as straight as I can. The shoulders going back, and now I'm going to switch directions towards the forward. Very good. So keep going forward. Doing good. All right. And that's it. Again, you can do all sorts of variations with those, sitting, standing. You can add some toe taps in too if you want to make it a little bit more exciting. But get clever with some weighted objects around your house so that you can help work on your fall prevention and your balance and mobility. All right, we're going to do a cool down segment after that. So grab those water bottles and your sturdy chair, and I'll meet you right back here. Hello everybody, welcome back. This is our cool down section. Everybody's worked so hard today, but we want to make sure that we cool down those muscles, tendons, and ligaments appropriately. So we're just going to go through some real basic cool down stretch exercises. First thing we're going to do, because we worked those legs pretty well today, is we're going to do a quad stretch. Now I've got my chair right here. I'm going to turn in this position so you can see me a little bit better. Just going to grab my pant leg here and just hold like so, giving it a nice stretch. What I don't want to do is hyperextend. That's not so good on my knee. I don't want to pull it back hard. But again, I just grab my pant leg, got my nice sturdy chair right here. If this exercise is too much sitting up, do sit down, and you can do it on the edge of your chair. So I've got a hold of my pant leg. If you feel good, just go ahead and place your hand on your hip. Have that chair right there if you need to grab it. My spine is straight, belly button, my core muscles are engaged, pulling that belly button back towards my spine, looking straight out ahead, and I'm just holding that stretch. Again, just holding on to my pant leg, feeling that all the way through in my legs, very good. Got my sturdy chair here if I need it. Gonna hold this about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch legs now. Again, if you need that chair, bring that chair around. If not, not a problem. So I'm just holding that pant leg, being mindful in my knee, keeping my back nice and straight, breathing in, getting lots of oxygen into those muscles that worked hard today. Again, if you don't need the chair and you feel nice and sturdy, you can place your hand on your hip, just have it there in case your body changes its mind. And again, working on that breathing, gonna hold this one about 15 more seconds. You're doing great. Again, just getting that nice stretch in through the leg all the way down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job, everybody. Doing a simple stretch here. This is the extended leg stretch. This is another one you want to be careful. Protect your back. Again, you can use your chair. Feel free to sit at any time. Got my chair here to the side. I'm extending my leg out in front. Nice wide stance. I want to keep that back as straight as possible. So as I lean in, notice how I'm keeping my back in a nice straight alignment. What I don't want to do is round my back over. That's really dangerous for my back. So again, nice and straight, looking straight ahead and just giving a gentle stretch. You can do this one sitting down as well, your choice, whatever is more comfortable for you. And again, just nice and easy. I don't want to injure that lower back, keeping it nice and straight. Breathing in and exhaling. My eyes remain straight ahead. Very good. We're going to hold this about 10 more seconds and then we're going to switch legs. Again, at any time, if you need to sit down, please do. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come straight on back up to center. And over to the opposite leg now. And again, whatever is more comfortable for you, standing or sitting. Got my opposite leg out. Back is nice and straight. Fixed point straight ahead. Gentle coming in, nice gentle stretch. Again, I don't want to rock over and injure that lower spine. I'm keeping it as straight as possible. Nice and easy. And we're just holding that about 10 more seconds. Again, this is just our cool down. Just helping everything out. Nice and easy from working it so hard today. And we're holding this 5 more seconds. You're doing great. That sturdy chair is right there if I need it. That back is staying nice and straight, engaging those abdominal muscles. And 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Grab your chair, have a seat. Again, anytime you need a sip of water, please do. All right, now we're sitting kind of nice and easy on the edge of our chair. Gently, I'm bringing my arm over. I don't want to pull it too much. I'm just using this arm more to support it. Nice and easy. Be aware if you've had any kind of rotator cuff repair or shoulder surgery, be aware of the limitations of what your surgeon and your physical therapist has set for you. If this is not an exercise I recommend, then please don't. Again, we're just giving everything just a nice, gentle stretch across. I'm not pulling anything. I'm just letting my body use its own resistance. Sitting nice and straight, nice straight spine, good posture. Feet are right out in front of me. And remembering to breathe. Inhale and exhaling, very good. And we're gonna hold this about 10 more seconds and then we're gonna switch arms. Doing good. And here we go, and 3, 2, and 1. Bring that arm down, shake it out. Same thing, opposite arm. Again, we're just supporting, we're not pulling, just using our own resistance here. Sitting nice and straight. You can feel that stretch all the way through our side here, trying not to twist. Again, keeping our spine nice and straight. And doing great. And we're gonna hold this about 10 more seconds. Doing good. And we're still holding, still breathing, good posture. In 3, 2, 1, very good. All right, this next exercise, we're gonna kind of cool down stretches, reaching our arms behind our back. Now it's always interesting, it seems like you can reach more one way than the other. So I'm better with my right arm. And again, I'm just trying to get those 2 hands together here in the back. Now I'm not doing anything that's gonna cause pain or sharpness. Again, being mindful if you've had any kind of shoulder repair surgery before. And I'm just kind of reaching there in from the side, keeping my back nice and straight. And we're gonna hold that. We're gonna switch arms here in just a second. Hold this about 10 more seconds. Spine straight, eyes are up. I don't wanna look down. Keeping it nice and straight all the way through my spine to the top of my head. And 3, 2, 1. Shake those arms out and we're gonna switch sides. And again, all the way over and as much as you can. I can't reach nearly as good on this side. Some of you may be very ambidextrous and can reach those. But again, just kind of reaching back, very good. Holding that, getting that stretch all the way through. Feeling it in our upper shoulders as well. Doing good. Got about 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Nice work, everybody. Let's roll those shoulders out just a little bit. They've worked hard today. And we'll bring them back. Shake out those arms. Work on some wrist circles here. So we're just doing gentle wrist circles all the way around. You can either do it on your own or holding your arm, whichever is more comfortable. I'm going clockwise right now, and then we're going to switch around. There you go. Counterclockwise, doing good. And go ahead and switch. Working on that left wrist now. And then we're going to switch direction again. Again, these are just kind of our cool down stretches, loosening up a little. Very good. All right, this next exercise kind of comes a little bit of a yoga position. It's the cat-cow. Again, paying attention to our back and our spine on this one. We don't want to hyperextend our back too much, but we're just trying to stretch everything out. And we're going to lead into our breathing exercises next. So sitting here, we kind of come forward a little bit of a round, and then we're coming up. And again, be careful on this hyperextend. We don't want to round too much here. And again, up. Make sure that we're breathing. Very good. A couple more of these. Pay attention in your neck. We don't want you injuring your neck on this one. We're just opening up that chest, coming down like a cat, bellowing up like a cow. Again, being mindful. One more time here. And very good. All right. Last one here, we're just going to work on some deep breathing exercises. Can't ever get enough of deep breathing. It's great. Kind of work on those big tidal volumes in our lungs, also just for our anxiety and stress levels. So as we're doing these deep breathing exercises, I want you to think about bringing as much air as you can into your lungs, all the way down to those little alveoli and opening them up. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to slowly release all the way down. All right, so that big deep breath in. Really get that diaphragm lifted all the way in. We're going to hold it just for a second, and then exhale. Nice and easy, getting all that residual air out of our lungs. Very good. And we're going to do that again. Inhale, get as much air as you can. Think about all those little alveoli opening up. And exhale. All the way down, getting all that air out. Trying to sit as straight as we can. Letting those shoulders relax. Last one, here we go. Deep breath in. And holding just for a second. And then exhaling. Nice and slow. All right, very good. That concludes our balance and fitness exercises. We do offer them for free to the public, to the community. We do them online every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. If you are interested at all, you can look at the KootenaiHealthKH.org website for more information. You can also call us at Injury Prevention 208-625-5722. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day and stay safe out there.